All right, I'm going to take, so those are two strategies. The first one is the referral pricing. The second one is asking, but asking in this format. I'm going to take any questions that anyone has. Stop screen share. If you've got any questions or got any questions about those two strategies, then now's a good time to do it. Hopefully they're pretty simple for you and there's something you could be using by this afternoon, right? Well, I think they are. Right. So Rebecca, thank you for your question. How can a person know before you do work with them whether or not they're going to feel comfortable referring you? Yeah, good question. So that's if you're doing the referral pricing. That's why I say it probably works best if you're going to do doing an LCC. If you're not doing an LCC and you don't know what it is, actually, anyone who wants to have a chat with us, just type in chat in the window, and someone will give a call to you. But and they'll give you a run through on training options and things like that for coaching options. Yeah, it works best if you're going to do it on the LCC, but I still think you can do it for design. So how do they know if they're going to refer you? Well, if they've hired you and you're in the pricing section, you've probably spent a reasonable amount of time together. So that's one thing. The second thing is, if they don't want to commit to referring, then they can pay the full price. They've got a choice, right? But they probably know you to a certain degree, and no one's going to hire an architect who they haven't kind of spent a bit of time with. So yeah, the answer is do it in the LCC, but otherwise still do it. If they have an issue with it, no problem. Does that help, Rebecca? All right. Eric, any comments or thoughts?
I just brought up one from Ross. How many take the referral price but fail to deliver referrals? I think
Right.
You did explain that it's not something that you want to sweat about. You just simply want to, remind them of it. You'll get at least some of them to do referrals who wouldn't have otherwise.
Yeah.
Now, one other thing that you didn't mention, Richard, while there is the possibility of, say, there's the referral price, there's also the bonus, the referral bonus. So in other words, like while we do X, if you agree to, consider referrals, then I will throw in such and such. So, I'll throw in, this hand sketch or this, something that might take you some time or some effort, or that is internal to your process, and you're going to share things, and that becomes an incentive. I know Stephen had a comment earlier about in certain jurisdictions and certain types of associations, doing a finder's fee is absolutely unheard of. Even though lawyers might do it, you could never do it as an architect, and so sometimes you can't do that, can't give a cash discount, but you can, of course, even just say, if you do give us a referral, I have a really nice book that I would send you, or, I have a handwritten card and, one of my personal sketches. There are other things that you can do that just would be not monetary, but would feel like a personal thank you.
So yeah, how many take the referral price but fail to deliver referrals? When I've done it, everybody's given a referral. No, I'm not an architect. I'm selling sort of marketing coaching services, but everybody's always, when they've taken it. And I've even forgotten to ask them. I just put it in there because I teach it. And so I put it on the thing, and then people come back to me and go, oh, I've got that referral come through now. Oh, right. Okay. I wasn't even thinking about it. But, hey, I don't know. I mean, the thing is, if half of them do it, it's a good result, isn't it? Right. Okay. Umberto, how do you find out if clients who were very happy until the contractor got in the middle of everything and behind our back are still happy with the overall experience? How do you find out? Look, if it were me, Umberto, I'd be taking the approach that referrals is my number one marketing strategy, and I want to be systematic about it. Therefore, anyone I've done work with, I'm looking at almost as an potential unpaid, well, they're a referrer, unpaid salesperson, I was going to say. And so I'd be staying in touch with them. And so therefore I'd know, right? So I wouldn't let my past clients get too far away without staying in touch. Maybe they're getting a newsletter. Maybe they get a call every 6 months to see how you're going. Maybe we invite them to some event. Don't look at them as past clients. Look at them as potential referrers. And if you do that, then you'll never lose touch with them. And if you don't lose touch with them, you'll probably keep on their good side, because if there are any issues that the builder's stirred up, you have a chance to overcome that, right? Yeah, type in PDF if you want a copy of the scripts that I've gone through.
There's actually another script that you have that we'll be also sending out. You shared that with me ahead of time.
Yeah,
we haven't seen that on screen. So, all right.
Okay. Here we go, says Stephen Pollock. Not unheard of in terms of giving, not unheard of, illegal. They would fine me for professional misconduct. Yeah. Well, then if you can't reward people. The thing with referrals with architects anyway, and it's different for some things, but I don't think the idea of incentives and rewards, the idea of maybe doing a sketch or something. Anyway, most people with an architect, if you've got a good relationship, they're not doing it for the incentive or the reward. In fact, often a reward can make them feel uncomfortable if they don't want to refer if there's a reward, because it then makes it look like they've only referred someone to get the reward, and they don't want that feeling, and they don't want their friend to know that they got a reward for referring. They are much happier to just refer you because either it makes them feel good to help you out, or it makes them feel good to help their friend out because they actually rate you quite highly, right? They're not doing it. They're doing it because it'll increase their brownie points with their friend if they know that you will do a good job for them, right? That's usually enough. So we don't, I mean, there are strategies around incentives and rewards, and I go into that, but I think most of you don't need to worry about that. Okay, Sarag, good question. Sarag says, do you think it's possible, oops, maybe I unhooked him, to get competitors to refer you? Well, I'll tell you what, let's put it this way. If you came across a client who was going to be particularly bad and you thought this would be an absolute nightmare, then you might refer to one of your competitors. Because you know what it's like. We actually had Steve was on the call last month, and he said, I reckon a good topic for the call for one of these live streams is how to identify an asshole client before they hire you. Yeah, it probably is competitors, probably not direct competitors, but I have heard a lot of, let's say you're a small firm architect and you do residential, and you have some friends who work for a large firm architecture and they do different types of projects. Someone comes to them and says, do you do residential? And they go, no, we don't, but Sarag does. We recommend go and have a chat with him. That can definitely work. So I'm not going to go into detail this, but one of the big powerful strategies is setting up a referral network. And there's no reason why other architecture firms who don't do the type of work you specialize in can't be on your referral network. Ron says competitors often refer when they have a project type. Yeah, exactly. That's not in their wheelhouse or when they're too busy. Yeah, in which case they're not really competitors if it's not in their wheelhouse. We call them competitors, but they just happen to be other architects. And you did right. The other one is when they're too busy and they need someone to refer to because they haven't got time to do it. Good point, Ron. All right. Umberto wants the PDF as well. I mean, not Umberto, Gabriella. I can see that getting translated into Italian. There you go. Now, Gabriella is our good friend, and he does a lot of great work. We work with him, and he works with architects in Italy, and does great stuff for them. So, all right, okay, guys. Type in chat. Look, just a quick overview on what we do. We work with architects to help them win better projects. If you're on this call today, it may be. There's a strong hint that it may be because you want more referrals, because you want more projects, and you want to be in a position where you can pick and choose the projects. Well, I've given you 2 strategies today. We have a whole system for that. So if you're uncomfortable or unhappy with the the projects you're winning, or you think that the fees you're generating are not where they should be given the value of the service that you're providing, and you're open to getting some help from me and Eric, we have a 9-step program we run, and we take people through. We've got a number of people on the program who are actually in that program turned up today to this. They could have actually gone into the training, because these 2 strategies are actually in the 6th training, along with 14 other referral strategies. But there's nothing like a live event, is there? So that's good. So type in chat if you want to have a chat to us. It's just an initial chat where someone will find out about you, give you the rundown on some of the options, and schedule a deeper call if that's appropriate. Now, what's Stephen Pollock got here? My association's paranoia is that they think the money would come from a future client without delivering service. My association's paranoia is that they think the money would come from a future client without delivering service. They did. I don't quite understand that, but they did, however, make a good suggestion in terms of refunding the LCC fee at the end of a successful project to bring it back to the topic of keeping in touch with them. Hosting events and a nice dinner would be a good no-risk way to carry favor of past clients. Okay, 2 different things here. Refunding the LCC fee as a reward for the referral. Yeah, I'd say no. I don't like that idea. My association, you mean your architects association paranoia is they think the money would come from a future client without delivering the services. Can you just rewrite that? Because I don't quite understand it, Stephen, sorry. Cool. Paul McCoffrin. What's the chat? That's great. Someone will get hold of you. Thank you. Dialing in from Belfast, Northern Ireland. Yeah, we know where Belfast is. Yeah, great. Look forward to chatting to you, Paul. Richard Alexander, need to jump off get the kids to school. He's in Australia. Can I watch this after? Yeah, there will be a replay. We do offer a recording of this. It lasts for 7 days, and then we take it off. So you can catch up with that. Good luck with the kids, getting kids to school. It looks like you're going to have a chat as well. Good on you. Thanks, Richard. We'll look forward to chatting to you. Sue will give you a rundown on some of the options we have. All right, guys, that's a wrap. Thank you, Eric. Any final thoughts from you?
No, I was interested to see what you were going to share out of our full set of materials for the referral stuff. And I know you saved, one of the key ones for our, private clients there. So I want to encourage all of you to keep coming to these live streams, and to, when you feel ready to take the next step in your business, tell us that you'd like to have a chat, and, no obligation, just see how our programs could work for you. We've had a lot of fun, a lot of success helping many of you on this call, as well as, hundreds of others over the last 10 years. I always enjoy sharing these things with architects around the world. And, I'm excited that we found this live stream method, an easy way for us to get in front of you and give you some goodies each week. So thanks for joining us today. Thanks, Richard, for, another great presentation.
Cool. Just before we go, we've got a clarification from Stephen. If they get a financial reward with the timing is before services are delivered to the other person, the prospect, right. The other thing was that once a project is successfully done, the money is earned and I can do what I want with it.
Yeah, take them out to dinner. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, well, the first option I gave, which is where you're giving a discount, you're just giving a discount for the referral, so you're not really charging anyone. But I get the point. Associations, yeah,
You know,
I think it's fine. But
all of our strategy have to be adapted to your particular context. You may, find some more relevant and useful than others. But clearly, Richard, your point is that if referrals are some of your best ways to win projects, putting in some effort to solicit referrals, however you do it, and letting your clients as well as others know that you appreciate referrals can go a long way. Because if you just wait passively, hoping that people will give you referrals, you'll get some here and there, but you won't get as many as if you ask. So
yeah. And at the end of the day, you want to put yourself in a position where you've got more people coming to you than you can handle, because then you can charge higher prices, fees, and you can form a waiting list, or you can say no. And I know that from my experience, half the people who contact you have projects that you should be saying no to. So you need enough opportunities coming your way that you're in that position to be pick and choosy. You need to be choosy. All right. And that then puts you on Sunshine Island, which is where better projects, better fees. So we need more projects than we can handle. So you can be picky, you can put your fees up, and you don't have to worry about it. Okay. So that's why you don't want to just sit back. All right. Thanks, everybody. Entertaining session. We'll be running another one next week. I can't remember what it's on, but we'll see you then if you can make it. Thanks, guys. And feel free to refer our live streams to your friends. There you go. Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.